Welcome to the road to World Cup 98. Tonight we are in Bursa in Turkey. It's from Europe Group 7, Turkey against the Netherlands. Along with Tommy Smith, I'm Mike Hill. Tommy, for Turkey, this is an important game, but for the Netherlands, a win here and they can pretty much book their hotels in France.
And the way they're playing, Mike, it really looks like they're on a roll at the moment. But of course, this is a very difficult place to play in, and it's very difficult to come away with a victory here. Maybe they'll settle for a draw tonight.
8 degrees Celsius. It's a bit misty, as you can tell from the picture, but the field itself is in very good condition. And Bursa, which is about 4-hour drive away from Istanbul, it's been brought here. It's a very small, compact ground. The game has been brought here, and they hope it's going to upset the Dutch, Tommy.
Well, certainly it's going to be very intimidating circumstances. Not going to be like what the Netherlands faced when they took care of San Marino 4-0. Very easy victory there, Mike, but it'll be nothing like that tonight.
Yes, that was in the Amsterdam Arena, that state-of-the-art complex in Amsterdam. But tonight it's also very different. And also at the weekend, a good victory that for Belgium. Wales now pretty much out of the reckoning, but Belgium, that was an important result for them. Their first win on Welsh soil, in fact, for some 50 years. So a look then at the Group 7 standings coming into this game, and the Netherlands, Tommy, clear leaders.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about that. But I think it's going to come to a fight between Belgium and Turkey for the second spot. It figures that at the moment the Netherlands will probably win this particular group, Mike, but I don't think Wales can get back into contention.
Everything is in readiness here in Bursa for the kickoff. When we return, we'll check the team lineups. We'll have that first half kickoff. The road to World Cup 98 is next. Welcome back then to the road to World Cup 98 from Europe Group 7. Turkey against the Netherlands from Bursa here in Turkey. Well, this really is a crucial game for both these sides, but for Turkey in particular, being at home, it's a game they've got to get a good result on. And if they're going to get a good result, Tommy, this is the player I think they're really going to have to rely on.
Well, Hakan Şükür is a man who scores goals with great regularity. Didn't really make it in Italy. Had a disappointing enough Euro 96, but they depend on him big time, Mike.
Yes, he will be the player they'll look to score goals. They've made a couple of changes from the side that drew 0-0 against Wales last time out. Rooster, who missed that game because of injury, is back in goal. And Tayfun comes into midfield today, in fact, celebrating his 23rd birthday. So that's the Turkish lineup. Now, for the Netherlands, they'll be led by this man, Frank de Boer.
Well, Frank de Boer had 2 brilliant goals on Saturday against San Marino, and one of the twins, he really plays very well internationally, plays very well for Ajax as well.
One change in the Netherlands side from the team that downed San Marino by 4-0. Dennis Bergkamp. His well-documented fear of flying means that he's not made the trip. But coming back in is Holland's Footballer of the Year, wearing the number 8 shirt, Ronald de Boer, who missed that game at the Amsterdam Arena because of a niggling knee injury. They didn't really want to risk him. The starting lineup is pretty much the same, Tommy, and I think Holland, well, it's a case that it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they've done. I mean, they're really playing very well at the moment, so why change anything?
Manuel Díaz, Vega from Spain is our referee, and it is Turkey in the all-white outfit attacking the goal to our left to get us away in the first half. The Netherlands today in a change strip of blue shirts and orange shorts. And straight away, Turkey on the attack. Seal is a player who is brought down by Frank de Boer. Seal, who is one of the players who is the new generation of Turkish stars, just 22 years old, plays for Samsunspor, not one of the big 4 clubs in Turkish football. But Turkey have a free kick. First test coming up for Edwin van der Sar. And a variation. Abdullah. And that wasn't too far away off the target.
Oh, that's certainly a strange variation. The ball slid between the legs of the player nearest the ball and played back. Abdullah coming on the dead run. He doesn't miss by a whole lot.
Edwin van der Sar today making his 18th appearance in goal for the Netherlands. Had a very easy time of it at the weekend against San Marino. Sure he expects to be a bit busier tonight. Aaron Winter.
New Club would probably have beaten San Marino, Mike, the way they played in terms of the trouble to the goalkeeper. I mean, he had nothing to do.
Here's Yapstam. Now, Aaron Vinter, his 63rd appearance tonight. Makes him 9th now on the all-time list of appearances for the Netherlands, tying now with Willy van der Kerkhoff.
Well, he got a quick recall on the last game against San Marino. Didn't last very long. He was substituted. Kind of a strange decision, and now to have him back in the lineup, I mean, as a starter, Mike.
Yes, good hitting, though. Did admit after the San Marino game that he was rather concerned about players picking up little knocks, with this game very much in mind. Oh, good play that time. This is Tolune. And Turkey at the moment not afraid to shoot at the earliest opportunity.
Oh, I must say we were impressed with Turkey when they played against Wales in that game where they drew, and they've come here with the same attitude today. They're at home. They have a huge crowd on hand. They're going to make it hot for the Dutch.
It's a very intimidating atmosphere here at the Ataturk Stadium in Bursa. Now, Newman with the cross. Seedorf trying to lay it back, and the shot in the end is wide. Clarence Seedorf there just trying to tee it up for a teammate. I think it was Wim Jonk who was coming through. And no worries there for Ruztu. Keeper who plays for Fenerbahce. And quite a controversy, in fact, when he missed that game in Wales, because the domestic season was about to take its winter's break, and he decided to go in a hospital for an operation and forsake the national team so that he'd be fit for the resumption of the Turkish league for his club side. So that wasn't an impressive move in the eyes of Mustafa Denizli, the coach at Turkey. Now Aaron Vinter. Interesting that Vinter's dropping back and pretty much playing as a centre-half, Tommy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. He's dropping back much deeper than we normally ever see him. I mean, he's generally an attacking midfielder, but now it looks like he's slotted in there as a defender.
Here's Ronald de Boer. Placed there by a combination of two defenders. This is Ciel. And Frank de Boer. Aaron Vinter just sweeping that one back for Van der Sar. Now Frank de Boer. As Frank de Boer goes forward, Wim Jonk drops back, and Frank de Boer there giving the ball away. Tefan, he's lost out. Yapstam, Seedorf. Vinter couldn't get there. Turkey always so difficult to beat at home, although the Netherlands did beat them in the last World Cup qualifying matches. They won in Istanbul by 3-1. Ruud Gullit scored one of the goals that day. Peter van Vossen got the other two.
Oh, the Netherlands have already winning last night in the under 21 game, Mike, so maybe they're off to a good start. But I think Alex Ferguson described it best when he described the trip to Galatasaray. He said it was like a trip to hell.
Well, certainly the crowd very, very close to the players here. It's a very intimidating atmosphere. Last night's under-21 international actually was played in Istanbul. Kiki Musampa scored the goal for the Dutch under-21 side. They give them a 1-0 victory.
Oh, the Dutch have their supporters here with them.
Yes, they've always got those hardcore supporters that seem to travel the world wherever they play.
Who was that, Big Chief Netherlands?
Yes, they're the true supporters at the moment, of course. Dutch supporters making headlines around the world, but for all the wrong reasons. After the recent violence in the Netherlands. Now, Ronald de Boer playing it back. Seedorf. Newman on the overlap. This is where he's so dangerous, but he needs to get better crosses in than that.
Oh, he certainly is, and that's really why they can afford to have Overmars sitting on the bench, because they have a situation where Newman will come up and play as an out-and-out winger over there, where Overmars would play. And in fact, when they took Overmars on in the San Marino game, they played him on the right wing, allowing Newman the width of the field to come up on the left.
Şükür, who made his debut for Turkey in October of 1994 in a 5-0 victory over Iceland. He's very much a key player in their Euro 96 campaign now. Seedorf. Still Clarence Seedorf. Looking for Kluivert. And Kluivert there, just catching the defender, helping him back to his feet.
Oh, Kluivert always seems to be in trouble with referees anymore, Mike, and he always has a running discussion going with them. You can see here he just clipped him.
Yes, Alpay was the player that went down.
There it is. You can see just as the player goes by him, he just sticks the foot out.
Now Wim Jonk trying to touch that one on.
Well, I mean, as Jonk goes, Mike, so do the Netherlands. I mean, he's such a powerful midfielder. Great vision, great passing.
Seedorf, who, by his own admission, didn't have one of his better games on the weekend against San Marino. Now Alpay goes for Basikas. Abdullah plays it forward. So number 6, Abdullah, very much a coveted player by a number of clubs in Western Europe. Lune lost out that time. Seedorf. Now Kluivert. Ronald de Boer. Kluivert. And Rustu got down well. And Patrick Kluivert, just not as deadly as he was. He still doesn't seem to be 100% after his injury, Tommy.
Oh, he had a great opportunity here, and he kept the ball low. I think if he had gone high with it at all, Mike, he might have beaten the keeper.
The Netherlands, though, will have to settle for a corner. Now, Wim Jonk to take it. It'll be an outswinger. Yep, Stam has gone forward. So's Frank de Boer. And it's hit low. Abdullah was there. And Abdullah there seems to get away with one. As Frank de Boer was a player who was upended. Now Seedorf. Just chested back there to the goalkeeper. Interesting decision now. I think it was Ronald de Boer who was brought down, but Abdullah there seemed to get away with one, Tommy.
Oh yeah, he got away with one. There's no question about that. I mean, he just took the player from the Netherlands out of it.
Just played back there, but Aaron Winter was in first. Now some space in which to operate. Ronald de Boer on the far side. Now Aaron Winter. And Winter there, not wanting to take the shot himself, trying to tee it up for Patrick Kluivert. We've got more World Cup qualifying action coming up for you here on ESPN on Sunday. From CONCACAF is Canada, their first home game, still looking for their first victory against El Salvador, playing their first game in the final round of qualifying in CONCACAF. We're going to see that game here on ESPN. That's Canada against El Salvador.
Oh, you've got to feel, Mike, if Canada don't come up with a good result there, that could be the end of the road for them, going down to Mexico and the US. They need a win desperately.
Vinto was the player who was tackled out of it. It's going to be a free kick. Manuel Díaz Vega from Spain, 42 years old, public relations manager for a bank, comes from Oviedo. Very strict referee, and as we've already seen in these opening 10 minutes or so, he doesn't miss too much. Although the Dutch might say that he missed a legitimate penalty appeal. But he's picked up that challenge from behind, bringing down Seedorf. So an opportunity now for the Dutch. Wim Jonk taking it quickly. Kluivert. Arthur Newman. Koku. Back for Newman. Two PSV players there combining well, and Kluivert comes in and just unable to get a forceful header onto that.
I think he actually hits it off his shoulder as he goes down. He got crunched inside of the box, and I don't think he ever got his head on the ball, Mike. It looks like he got his shoulder on it, and you can see the goalkeeper's a little concerned over him. He gets sandwiched in between a couple of players.
Actually, Clive has only scored once so far in World Cup qualifying. That was on Saturday against San Marino. The Dutch band, wherever Holland seem to play, those supporters are always there. But at the moment, Tommy, they're really being drowned out tonight. It was a very vocal Turkish crowd.
Well, the home crowd is really up for this game, Mike, and they know exactly what has to be done here, and you know they're going to help their team whatever way they can. If there's a 12-man situation, well, it certainly exists here in Turkey. You pointed out at the beginning of the program, I mean, they play it in this ground because it is so compact and where the crowd can have such a much bigger effect on it.
Yes, first international played here as Reisiger goes down, caught there by Abdullah. Michael Reisiger now at AC Milan, joined at the start of the season from Ajax Amsterdam.
Well, Patrick Kluivert will be joining him next year, signed a 4-year contract with him, Mike. But as you said, Patrick has lost his eye for goal just at the moment. He's had a few good opportunities against San Marino. I know he scored one, but the goalkeeper helped him immensely with that one, letting the ball go between his legs. But he doesn't have the finishing power that he used to have.
And that's both internationally and in the domestic front as well. This game being beamed all around the world. Certainly it's a big day of World Cup qualifying in Europe. Later on today it'll be all happening in South America. But we're in Bursa in Turkey. This is from Europe Group 7, the road to World Cup 98. And just over 13 minutes played of the first half. Turkey 0, the Netherlands 0. Along with Tommy Smith, I'm Mike Hill. A throw to the Netherlands in their change trip today of blue shirts and orange shorts. Turkey in the all-white. And the Netherlands coming into this game with a 100% record. 4 wins in 4 matches. Turkey looking for their second win. Abdullah unable to stop Aaron Winter. Now Seedorf. Reisiger. Kluivert, who's pulled away to the right wing. Goes all the way back. Yep, Stam. Now Aaron Winter. Ronald de Boer. Winter again. Now Newman. This is Frank de Boer. And Philip Koku there just took his eye off the ball.
Well, I think they definitely missed Bergkamp in the middle, Mike. I mean, when he's in there, he's like an orchestra leader directing traffic.
It's not only that, he's such a mobile player. He's so hard to mark for the opposition as well. There's so much unselfish running off the ball to create spaces for his teammates. Now, this is Frank de Boer. Talking to Dennis Bergkamp, rumour has it that both Frank and Ronald de Boer could be playing in the same team as Bergkamp next season in North London. Arsenal have made a huge offer for the de Boer twins to Ajax. Both in fact waiting to see what might happen at the end of the season. And as Turkey get some of their substitutes warming up on the sideline. Purely, I think, at this stage, Tommy, to try to keep warm.
Yeah, it's a very damp night. Has been a lot of rain in the area. You can see the ground is saturated at times and the dampness is still in the air. It's very misty.
This is Taifun, celebrating his 23rd birthday today. This is only his 8th appearance. Abdullah. Now this is Falune. Gets the ball back. Now Tugay. Seal being forced wide. Plays it across. And played it behind Hakan Suka. This is Ronald de Boer.
I think another thing why they wanted to play this game here, Mike, is the grass is very long in this place, isn't it? It seems to be slowing the ball up. Elker is getting a yellow card, I believe, for... Yeah, he's telling him to turn around. He wants to get a look at his number. What did he do, pull the jersey? Yes, de Boer was getting away from that. It was Ronald de Boer, and he just grabbed a handful of shirt. And the referee spotted that. So
So a yellow card there for Ilka in the 17th minute. So play will recommence with a free kick for the Netherlands. Gus Hiddink, who actually coached in Istanbul in 1990, had a spell at Fenerbahce. Dutch travel coach, in fact. Abdullah. Now Jaap Stam. He's having his run there to perfection. Reisiger. Combining with Ronald de Boer. Look at the space de Boer has found. Time for the cross. And it came off the head of the defender, which took it away from his own goalkeeper. But Seedorf there couldn't direct it onto an empty net.
Oh, he had a great opportunity on the back post, Mike. The defender stepping in the way, knocking the ball away. Watch this, he takes it out of the keeper's hands. There's Seedorf. All Seedorf has to do, really, is knock the ball down, and he probably scores. But instead, he put it up over the top.
Just looking at that replay, Tommy, if he'd have just stood there and let the ball hit him, I think it would have probably gone in.
Yeah.
We saw a shot there of the Netherlands bench. We saw Pierre van Hooijdonk, who came on at the weekend and within 9 minutes scored 3 goals now at international level.
Coming on as a sub.
Yes, each time. So, I think we might see something of him later on in this game. He does give the Dutch a different dimension.
Well, he certainly gives them a target man in the middle, doesn't he?
It's something that they don't normally have in the formation they're playing at the moment. Patrick Kluivert, no stretch of the imagination, could be called a target man. Now this is Tulune playing this one through. Dutch appealing for offside. The referee waving play on. Now here's Aaron Winter. Wide is de Boer. Now Winter. Ronald de Boer. Caught from behind there by Abdullah. Plays it all the way back for Jaap Stam. Koku. Newman. Kluivert. Newman. Good cross from Newman, and nobody at the far post for the Netherlands. Now here's Ronald de Boer.
Oh, that one eluded the goalkeeper coming across, Mike. It was a great opportunity, but Ronald de Boer had come out much too deep.
Reisiger with the cross. And these crosses at the moment, Tommy, are causing the Turkish defence some problems because they're not dealing with them confidently at all.
No, but the problem that the Netherlands is having, Mike, is they're getting no penetration. Nobody's going in.
Now Frank de Boer. Newman again with the cross. Nobody again at the far post for the Netherlands. This is Abdullah. Another distinctive player for Turkey with that blonde hair. Hakan Suka. Now Turkey looking to spring forward. Now Tugay. Made that off of Wim Jonk. So it's going to be a corner. Mustafa Denizli, the 47-year-old coach, former international of Turkey, 10 appearances, a couple of goals. Certainly he's got this team coming into this game full of confidence. High expectations as the captain there. Bülent takes the corner short, gets it back, changes the angle of the cross, plays it to the far post, and too high in the end. For our viewers in Latin America only, this Sunday, our match from Serie A, it's Parma against Sampdoria. Two sides that have been challenging Juventus, but still have aspirations of finishing high enough to qualify for European competition next season. Parma against Sampdoria. And that's our game from Italy's Serie A. Now, this is Frank de Boer.
Oh, you got to feel the way the Netherlands are playing, Mike, to be happy enough to get out of here 0-0, wouldn't they?
Well, they've got a good record here in Turkey. And Gus Hiddink realises that a victory here, and for the Dutch, they can start really making plans for France next year. Ball played all the way back. Remember, the team who win this group automatically qualify. The runner-up could be involved in a playoff. Unless, of course, the runner-up has the best record of all the runners-up, and then they automatically go to France.
That's going to take a bit of mathematics probably to work out in the end. Wonder who the best runner-up is.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it? I mean, it's like comparing oranges and apples, isn't it?
Well, especially when you consider that some teams, or some groups have 5 teams, some groups have 4 teams. I mean, is a team that finishes second in a 5-team group better than the team that finishes second in a 4-team group, or vice versa?
Yes, I couldn't understand why they just didn't play 7 groups of 7 teams, and the top 2 teams of those 7 groups go through. Makes it a lot simpler. Whereas there's nothing taken into account if one group is stronger than another.
I mean, certainly you have to look at, I mean, the group that has Italy, England and Poland. I mean, the team that finishes 3rd there is probably going to be a lot better than some of the teams that are going to finish 2nd in their particular groups.
Here's Kluivert. Still Patrick Kluivert. Kluivert! Good run. Poor finish. It was on his weaker foot, his left foot.
Oh, no defending done against him at all. And even the keeper, Mike, the keeper left it very late to come off his line. Look at the keeper coming out now. And if Patrick Kluivert is fit to chip him, the ball is in the back of the net. He can't find the target.
And ball there against Wim Jonk. He gets the yellow card, and, well, some sympathy there for Wim Jonk. The ball seemed to hit his arm. And
the referee's very adamant. He put his hand out, he said, and he hit it.
So the 2nd yellow card. And just hitting will not be happy with that. These yellow cards could really come back to haunt the Netherlands.
If memory serves me correct, Jonk got one on Saturday against San Marino, did he?
Yes, so that means he could very easily be out of their next game, which will be at home to Belgium come September. Now Kluivert rising up, unable to force it down the line. Another throw for the Netherlands.
Oh, you feel the way this group is going, Mike. I mean, those games against Belgium could turn out to be critical. I mean, certainly the way the Netherlands have played up until now, they look like world beaters, but if you take into consideration that they played Wales, well, that probably helps the equation. Wales haven't looked good at all.
Although Wales have taken a point, of course, off of Turkey in Wales, where the Dutch were able to win. More importantly, though, the Netherlands actually beat Belgium 3-0 in Belgium, so they certainly do have the edge in this group. And a victory here. And they can spend some time looking at hotels in France for their stay next year. Newman. Ronald de Boer plays it back. Wim Jonk plays it wide. Now Koku. Little flick there from Arthur Newman. Didn't quite work. Hakan Şükür lays that one off. Now gets the return. Tugay was the player who's made a run through the centre-forward channel. Ball's played wide. Şükür made a run to the near post. It was played to the far post. Looking there for Tayfun.
Oh, Tayfun was double-teamed, Mike. There was just no way he could get up to that one. He had a player in front of him, a player behind him. I think they exercised the wrong option in the end. It was a beautiful play up until that.
Arthur Newman started off, in fact, as a left winger. Like so many strikers, got converted to a defender in that left-back role, but now usually the left-back is, as we refer to them, is now pretty much required to be a left-sided midfielder and pretty much a left winger as well. Here's Koku. Now here's Newman. Not the best of crosses. He had Kluivert waiting. Turkey, though, have given the ball away, and then they win it back.
Oh, if Newman had been fit to get a little bit of lift on that ball at all, Mike, he had Kluivert in the middle, all wide open.
Now, Philip Cocu threading this one through. Now, Cocu lifting it this time, looking for Seedorf. Ball in the air, and Kluivert got there first, but couldn't direct his header anywhere near the target. Seedorf was a player in the centre of the 6-yard box that time. Just strikes me that Patrick Kluivert has just lost that yard of sharpness, the thing that really sort of made him stand apart from other players, Tommy.
Yeah, and I mean, he was special in terms of scoring goals. A great opportunist. Never did work well for goals. I mean, if you go back to the game where he won the European Cup for AC Milan, it was a simple toe poke, and the 2 goals against Ireland in the playoff at Anfield, the same thing. They were set up for him. So, I mean, if he loses that sharpness out of his game, Mike, he's lost quite a bit because he's not the hardest worker on the field.
And he seems to have lost that sharpness at the moment.
He doesn't have it. I mean, he just doesn't have the touch. We remarked about that on Saturday, and he's had a couple of opportunities here today that he should have put away. Now
Seedorf. Still Seedorf, brought down. No, says the referee.
Oh, I'd like to have another look at that one, Mike. It looked very suspicious from where I'm sitting.
Well, Clarence Seedorf has upset him, a few of the Spanish referees, after coming out and saying that last weekend he got himself deliberately booked.
Oh, it looks like there was contact on us. There was contact.
Yes, there certainly was contact. But by getting himself booked, it meant he had a yellow card, which meant he would have had to miss Real Madrid's game at the weekend anyway, and he was on international duty. It's all backfired because they've given him a 3-match suspension. He should have just got the yellow card and not gone to the press and talked about it.
Oh, it seems like they really got their own back, and I'm not sure how they could give him the 3-match suspension, but they did it.
Hakan Suka. Goal kick is given. Now there is the Turkish bench. This is the road to World Cup 98 from the Ataturk Stadium in Bursa here in Turkey. European Group 7 with just under 29 minutes gone. Still no score between Turkey and the Netherlands, but both teams have had one player booked. With Tommy Smith, I'm Mike Hill. No goals, but certainly both sides have created some chances, Tom.
Oh, yeah, I mean, in particular the Netherlands, Mike, they've had at least 3 good clear-cut opportunities.
And you just wonder if those sort of opportunities that are not accepted will come back and perhaps haunt them.
Well, in a situation like this, where you're playing in a very unfriendly environment and the pressure's on you, it's so important to get that first score. And I mean, we saw the San Marino stayed with them for about this length on Saturday. They were there until about the 28th or 29th minute, and then the Netherlands turned it up a notch. Can they do the same here?
Playing the ball, playing it forward. Now Wim Jonk. Wim Jonk there to sport down.
Oh, well, Abdul is certainly showing no respect for Wim Jonk, is he?
Not showing any respect for anybody out there. He's working really hard. Very enthusiastic player. 25 years old.
And the one thing about the tackles here is you see Jonk being pulled down. I mean, the tackles here from the Turkish players, Mike, they're really tough. I mean, they're going all the way with them. They're finishing off their tackles, which I think is intimidating the Netherlands just a little bit.
You add that to the proximity of this very hostile crowd. It's not a very pleasant atmosphere out there at the moment for the Netherlands. As Frank de Boer.
Oh, he's going to get the chance to do it again, I'd say.
The referee spotting some holding there on Ronald de Boer, as the free kick is taken there in the end by Wim Jonk. Newman kept it in on the far side. Chance for a cross, away there by Tolune.
Oh, Yapstam missed a great opportunity, Mike, as that ball came across from Jonk that second time that hit the free. There's a chorus of referees in the stands. Makes it very confusing, doesn't it?
Yes, it certainly does. Now Abdullah. Ball played forward, Abdullah. Caught there by Philip Koku.
Well, that's payback for one or two tough tackles on the opposite end from Abdullah.
Philip Koku, whose contract is up at PSV at the end of the season. Great speculation of where he might go. PSV trying everything they can to keep him in Eindhoven. And certainly some of the European glamour clubs have really seen some of his eye-catching performances this season. As Tugay there tries the shot. It's charged down.
Frank de Boer just put his body in front of it, Mike.
Ball played in. Hakan Şükür just unable to get a clear run and jump at that. Aaron Winter. And caught again by Abdullah.
Abdullah doesn't stand on ceremony, does he? If you're in the way, I'm going to knock you.
But a lot of these challenges that he's putting in are more clumsy than vicious, aren't they?
He just walks through him.
Here's Frank de Boer. The younger of the de Boer twins by some 15 minutes. Looking out there his older brother. Oh, Wim Jonk trying the shot. The goalkeeper there was right on the edge of his 6-yard box, really narrowing down the angle. Wim Jonk unable to get the shot on target. A couple of goals so far in World Cup 98 qualifier for Wim Jonk.
But he's such a force in midfield, Mike. He moves around so majestically with the ball and without it.
It's a great understanding with Dennis Bergkamp. Understanding that, of course, they had at Ajax, and the reason that Inter Milan bought both the players, you really couldn't get that understanding going.
No, I think the Italian game was a little bit too quick for that understanding. They had trouble developing it there.
Now Seedorf, space on the far side. Now this is Ronald de Boer, Holland's Footballer of the Year. Newman. Now Frank de Boer. The Dutch quite content to push the ball around. Frank de Boer trying to thread that one through for Ronald de Boer, but it was well cut out in the end. Ogun was the player who just stretched and got his foot to it. And now Turkey looks to spring forward. Talone through the centre forward channel. Van der Sar put under pressure. That time though the clearance was strength from Edwin van der Sar.
Oh, Ronald de Boer seems to have a new charge in life anymore. Certainly with Ajax, he's become almost an out-and-out striker, and on the international team as well, Mike. I mean, they use him in a very, very attacking midfield role.
Seedorf there, caught from behind. He's brought back to his feet there by Talone. For the free kick for the Dutch. This is Wim Jonk, taking his time, trying to play that one through and picking out Seedorf. Seedorf slips.
Oh, you can see the ground is very slippery in spots, Mike, and Seedorf just lost his footing there when he went to make the turn.
Now here comes Turkey. The number 10 is Tugay. Hakan Şükür helps it on its way. It's pushed wide now by the captain, Bülent. Tugay. Now Şükür. Tugay. Here comes Abdullah. It's a patient build-up so far by Turkey, but there's no way forward that time for Seal. Seal Sagir plays for Samsun Spor. Abdullah there was being held back by Reisinger.
Oh, Reisinger fouled him as looks like the Turks have got a sub up, Mike. You're going to see Abdullah makes the cut here, and as soon as he does, Reisinger comes in and takes the foot out.
Because I think what happened there, in fact, was that Abdullah trod on the foot of Reisinger. It was one of the reasons why he lost balance and grabbed onto Abdullah, but in the process seems to have done a lot of damage. He's going to have to go off for some treatment. The Netherlands are down to 10 men as Turkey prepare to take this free kick. Fiorentina against Inter Milan from Italy's Serie A. That's a game for you on Sunday for our Latin American viewers only. Fiorentina against Inter Milan. Back here in World Cup qualifying, the free kick from Turkey. The Netherlands able to get it clear. Turned across that time by Ilka. Looking for the switch in play. Newman got there first. This is Ronald de Boer now. Philip Koku's gone on the overlap. And it's Philip Koku. Now Wim Jonk. Winter let it run. Reisiger.
Such great understanding between these players. I mean, Winter just knew to step aside that time. The Reisiger was coming behind him.
Now Frank de Boer. Philip Koku. And unable to just turn that one around enough and pull it back for Patrick Kluivert. Philip Koku's having a great season with PSV, the former Vitesse player. He settles into the PSV plan of things. Quite a bit is effective with the Netherlands national side, who play a slightly different style. But this man certainly is. Wim Jonk as he takes the corner. Flick on, looking for Ronald de Boer at the far post. Now Reisiger. Seedorf. Still Clarence Seedorf. Seems to be around for so long, Clarence Seedorf. He won't be 21 until tomorrow.
Oh, he made his debut at 16, so...
Şükür there with the head through and easily taken by Edwin van der Sar.
Van der Sar looked like he pulled something or something when he came out for it, Mike.
He was holding his neck.
Yeah.
Aaron Winter. Now Kluivert. Kluivert goes for the reverse pass. Now Abdullah. This is where Turkey can cause a few problems on a quick break. Although the momentum there was lost, and you can see there the Netherlands had 7 players plus Van der Sar all back there defending.
Well, they've got so much pace, Mike, that they can get a lot of players back behind the ball very, very quickly. And Abdullah looks like he has found a path right up along that, just on the inside of the left wing, and he's causing a few problems for the Netherlands.
Now Wim Jonk. One touch too many. Does possess a tremendous shot. And that time, just took it too close to the defender. It was easily charged down.
Abdullah is almost a classic old inside left, isn't he, the way he plays? Just in that one position off the left wing.
Yes, and he gets back and defends well as well. Now Hakan Şükür. Now the shot coming in. And in the end, Tayfun puts it wide.
Oh, nice set up by Hakan Şükür, Mike. And Tafan coming up on the outside of him. Should have rifled the net with that one.
And it's Tayfun, 23 today. He's celebrating his birthday with a goal. As it is, it still remains 0-0 as we enter the final 5 minutes of this first half. Hakan Şükür, who has scored twice in World Cup qualifying, is the leading goal scorer for Turkey, who's on the field today. Their leading goal scorer, in fact, is Oktay, who's got 4. They all came against San Marino, and he's not even in the squad. Player who plays for Besiktas, but he's been omitted from the squad for this game. Still only 21 years old, so there's plenty of time for him to come back. But that really shows you how much Turkey do rely on Hakan Şükür.
Well, he's their big gun, and I mean, if he doesn't fire off, although that time he did the setting up, Mike, he was very unselfish, give the ball away. Perhaps could have carried it in a little deeper and had a go himself.
Yes, it's just a question mark over his temperament when he is under a lot of pressure, Hakan Şükür. Fouled to make it at Torino in Italy, and really fouled in the finals of Euro '96 as Kluivert Slipped there as he tried the shot. No worries there for Roos-too.
Well, once you go to make a cut on this ground at all, Mike, unless you have your feet very, very close together, they're going to go out from underneath you. And you can see that's what happened to Patrick Kluivert there as he cut in.
Two-guy and Wim Jonk there, the two players clashing. The free kick goes to Turkey.
Oh, you can see what happens coming in from the back there. Jaap Stam is the man who got him on the heel.
Free kick's been taken short. And now the opportunity. Van der Sar was down, got his body behind the ball. Rather regulation save there for the shot from Alpay. But in these conditions, in this misty, sort of a damp night, not very good for goalkeepers, Tommy.
No, you're always afraid that that ball is going to hit in front of you, Mike, because it can skid anywhere. It can go in any one direction.
Now, two-guy. Called again by Wim Jonk. He's got to be careful. Wim Jonk has got the yellow card.
Oh, he's asking the referee, does it not deserve a yellow card? The referee said, I'll do the referee and you do the playing.
Abdullah. Abdullah again. Ball plays squared. Salone spreads it wide. Alpay plays it forward. Hakan Şükür. Hakan Şükür going for the return. Van der Sar was put under pressure. Able to react quickly and get the ball clear. Hakan Şükür there and two-guy combining so well.
Oh, Şükür looks like he's coming back to his old self, Mike. He certainly has had a few nice touches in this first half.
Now Reisiger. Caught from behind. Stay with us here on ESPN. Coming up at half-time, we'll have a look at some European qualifying highlights on the road to World Cup '98. We'll also have a look back at the first half highlights of this game, which, with just under 90 seconds to go to half-time, is still tied. Turkey 0, Holland 0. Here come Turkey, looking to change that scoreline. Now, two-guy. Hakan Şükür got away from his marker. Şükür with the cross to the near post. Van der Sar waited. And the Turkish attacker there got in first. Van der Sar must have got a touch because a corner has been given.
Oh, Seela is the man who just failed to turn it into the net. Look at that. Van der Sar gets a touch and it's Seela trying to turn it in. The net was empty. Look at this, you're going to get a better angle of it here. This is a brave save by Van der Sar. He gets down on the boot, knocks the ball. I think it comes off his foot, Mike, as he goes out.
So an opportunity for Turkey who have pushed the big men forward. Just seconds to go to half-time. Corner swings in, away there by Reisiger. Now De Boer. And quite a tussle there with Abdullah. Frank De Boer plays it back. Now Seedorf. Into the path of Reisiger. And that took a final touch from Ilka. So it's going to be a corner now for the Netherlands. Question is, will they have time to take it? We're into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Wim Jonk comes across. Jaap Stam has gone forward. And so has Frank De Boer. Koku makes a run to the near post. Abdullah, though, with a heady clearance. Ball played back. Wim Jonk had stayed onside. Time to measure the cross. Jaap Stam with the header. And safely taken there by Roos-too. As the half-time whistle goes. And some of the Turkish players arguing there with the referee that Wim Jonk should have been offside. Referee's assistant and referee say no. Well, no goals in the first half, but yellow cards there to Ilka and also to Wim Jonk. A first half that has seen play switch from end to end. Both sides have had some chances. Patrick Kluivert has perhaps had the better of those chances for the Dutch side, and Clarence Seedorf has had a good first half. Half-time then, Turkey 0, Netherlands 0. More when we return.
There's only one place where you can see the great classics commercial-free, a channel offering more choice with a number of movies not available on video today.
You ain't heard nothing yet.
It's Movie Greats.
Beautiful.
We give you 50 great years of filmmaking from the 30s through to the 80s.
Swell.
We give you the classic Oscar-winning films.
You wouldn't be ashamed to be seen with somebody in a hat like this?
And the movie stars that have shaped contemporary cinema today.
She looks like Marilyn Monroe.
She's very beautiful. You know who she is, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
You have a great body. May I use it?
Mister, what's your name?
Welcome back then to the road to World Cup 98 as the players come out for the start of the second half. Well, this group very, very evenly balanced, and as we look at Turkey's remaining fixtures, home ties against Belgium and Wales, an away trip to San Marino, and then, of course, finishing up with an away trip to the Netherlands, Tommy.
Oh, the biggest match is probably that April 30th, Mike, Turkey versus Belgium, because it looks like those are the two teams that are going to fight it out for the second spot now.
And a look at the Netherlands' remaining matches, away to San Marino, and then a home tie with Belgium and a home tie with Turkey. Two of their last three games at home and the one away against San Marino. That's a very favourable tie.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, they really have it going for them now. And Belgium, well, they got an easy one. They probably have two easy ones too, Mike, so they're in good shape.
Yes, a lot to play for in this European Group 7 as the Netherlands get the second half underway. Now attacking the goal to our left. The blue jerseys, the orange short. A change strip today. Turkey in the all-white. Philip Koku there playing the ball back. That's the Dutch band you can hear in the background trying to make themselves heard over this very boisterous crowd here in Bursa. This is the first international that's ever been played here. This town, some 4-hour drive away from Istanbul. It's an intimidating atmosphere. The crowd is very, very close indeed. And the game was brought here as an intimidation factor against the Dutch. But really, they haven't been too affected by it, Tommy, in the first half.
Well, they haven't. They still have their band out there playing Glory, Glory, Hallelujah. So, I mean, they can't be in that bad a shape, can they?
Free kick then to Turkey to be taken on that far side by Abdullah. Abdullah floating this one in. Away there by Arthur Newman. Knocked forward by number 2 there, Ilka. His 8th appearance today for Turkey. Nice by-play that time, getting inside the penalty area is Tayfun.
Well, he decided to fall after he ran against Frank de Boer, but the referee wasn't having any of that, Mike.
Here's Frank de Boer again. Van der Sar. And the Dutch trying to go through the direct route to goal there and trying to pick out Patrick Kluivert. Ugun, the player who plays for Trabzonspor, 27 years old. His 47th appearance today for Turkey. Player who operates at the back and brings a lot of experience to that back line. As we've got appeals for handball.
Oh, that's very harsh. I mean, the man tried to get out of the way and the ball hit him.
Well,
referee's saying that he played it. I don't think so.
Vignon got a yellow card for something very similar in the first half.
Oh, Oh, this looks like it could be a Frank de Boer special from here. He loves to hit them from here.
Yeah, it just might be the wrong side of the goal for him. Wim Jonk may fancy his chances. Frank de Boer, essentially left-footed, likes to take them from the other side, from the right-hand side. He still may fancy his chances, but Wim Jonk is there. Couple of goals in World Cup qualifying so far. It's going to be Wim Jonk. Well, he got right underneath that. It was always rising and continued to rise.
Like I said, they should have let Frank de Boer hit it instead of running over it. Wim Jonk just doesn't even come close, Mike. I mean, this one's way over the top.
Bruce too with a long goal kick there. Seedorf trying to play that one through, looking for Patrick Kluivert. Netherlands side, like Turkey. Major disappointment in Euro 96. Turkey, in fact, failing to score in their 3 matches. The Netherlands getting through the quarterfinals, but only rather fortunate to do that ahead of Scotland. But then really failed to make any impression after they made it through to the quarterfinals. Of course, they were humiliated at Wembley, losing 4-1 to England in what was England's perhaps best performance of Euro 96.
Oh, Patrick Kluivert coming on that day as a sub, Mike, scored a very important goal which put Holland into the next round. Only for that, they were in trouble. They would have been gone home early. A lot of dissension racked the team, but they've played very well since then. I think they managed to mend their fences that day.
Yes, they often do that when qualifying starts for major tournaments. But then as the tournament gets closer and the finals approach, they seem to bring up all the old problems. They seem to surface every time there is a major international tournament. But the only times they didn't surface was in 1988, when they actually won the European Championship. Certainly they came to a 4 in Italy in 1990 and again in the US in 1994. A lot of distension. We also saw it in England in Euro 96. And Turkey, of course, failing to score in their 3 games. Losing to Croatia, losing to Denmark and losing to Portugal. Now, Hakan Şükür, he just couldn't get on the end of that through ball, but he had got away from his marker, and that should be, Tommy, a danger sign for the Dutch.
Well, he snuck his way in between a couple of defenders, Mike, and found himself free, just roaming inside of the box. Van der Sar come out and beat him to the ball, but that was the best move that Turkey has made so far today.
Here's Frank de Boer. Kluivert just seems very tentative in everything he does at the moment. You just wonder, Tommy, if in the back of his mind is that big money contract that comes into force on the 1st of July, the move to AC Milan, and perhaps just a little bit of self-preservation out there. Now, here's Hakan Şükür. But he does seem tentative, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not playing with the same verve as he's always played with. He doesn't have the sharpness at all. I mean, he did miss a lot of time this year, Mike, with injuries and things like that, so maybe he's just not 100%.
Well, finishes up there in smiles. Kluivert there committing the free kick. Committing the foul, in fact, that results in this free kick.
Oh, you see him just going over the top. Pulls down the Bülent coming forward.
Aaron Winter. Abdullah. Good intercept. Tugay. Ilka. Abdullah on the far side. Ball nodded clear.
Well, it looks like ultimately they always go back to Abdullah, Mike. He's their go-to guy.
This is better from Turkey, as they're just trying at the moment to lull the Dutch defenders forward. Abdullah knocking it back that time. This is Ogun. Caught in possession that time as Tugay, but he recovered well. This is the captain, Bülent.
Turks are holding on to it, Mike, but they seem to be going backwards instead of going forwards.
This is certainly better from them. At least they keep in possession, which in the first half they were given away too easily. Now to Guy. They've been able to release Ilka and Şükür.
Oh, what a brilliant goal. Ilker is the man who comes up along the right-hand side. He looks up, he's going to feed it across, and here comes Şükür into the picture right there, and there's the bulge in the Olongian bag as he puts Van der Sar the wrong way. I mean, that was a brilliantly worked goal. I was critical of them holding onto the ball for so long, but they made it pay off in the end. Look at the timing. Japstam can't get up to it. Hakan Şükür does, and he puts it away. Brilliant timing, brilliant goal.
The goal coming in the 53rd minute. Hakan Şükür, his third goal in World Cup qualifying. Turkey 1, the Netherlands 0. And Gus heading side. Well, they were really caught out. Turkey pushed the ball around, but then they were able to release Ilka. And he had so much time, so much space. Picked out Hakan Şükür. The ball's in the back of the net. Now Frank de Boer. Kluivert. Kluivert. Not quite having that yard of pace to get away from Bülent.
Oh, you can imagine now the Turks are going to play some tough defence, Mike. If they were finishing off on their tackles before, they're really going to come hard with them now.
Oh, the goal coming in the 53rd minute. Still plenty of time for the Netherlands. Reisinger tries the shot, comes off the defender. The Dutch will get a corner.
Oh, you're going to see there's the ball played across. Ilker plays it across. Look at that. Japstam can't get there. Şükür has it measured perfectly.
But Ilka there did so well because the ball was pushed around in midfield. He got down this flank. Nobody from the Dutch side tracked him.
Oh, he was all alone. I mean, they did what the Netherlands did just before half-time, Mike. They just kind of lulled them into keeping the ball. They must have had 25 touches on the ball before that ball came across.
Şükür with the clearance. And in the air that time by Japstam. Yonk loses out. Abdullah got there first. Now the shot coming in, and that wasn't too far wide from Tugay.
Oh, once again, Abdullah is the man who sets him up, and Tugay fires one just wide of the post. Great opportunity, hits it well, and Van der Sar wouldn't have known about it. Here's what Van der Sar saw. Good strike on the ball, Mike. It's really travelling very well.
Now Kluivert, Seedorf. Rustu comes up with the big save. Chances at both ends. Clarence Seedorf was the player denied. Rustu there stopping him with his legs. And now a corner for the Netherlands. Well, you can see the ground here. The Ataturk Stadium, small and compact, intimidating. As Kluivert, Japstam goes in, and goalkeeper came and got it ahead there of Japstam.
What a brilliant save the keeper made before that, but I mean, he kicked it out.
They are the Turkish supporters, as Rustu there bravely comes out as Japstam is the player coming in. Now Ronald de Boer into the path of Kluivert. Just hasn't got that yard of acceleration, that hunger that we're used to seeing from him. So, I mean, that was a good example of it then. The two defenders just got in front of him and that was it.
Yeah, but the one thing that you can see now with the Netherlands, Mike, is that goal was a kind of a wake-up call. Starting to play with a little bit more urgency, which could catch them out of the back, because they're starting to push many more players forward.
That came off of Jaap Stam, so that's going to be a corner. Just hitting looks on. The English Premier League here on Monday, live from Elland Road in Leeds. It's Leeds United against Blackburn Rovers. And you'll be able to see that live here on ESPN. Two teams away from the relegation zone at the moment, but there's some funny results happening. Anything can happen. You can catch all the action from Elland Road in Leeds. Here in World Cup qualifying, Turkey leading the Netherlands by a 0-0. Abdullah with the corner now for Turkey. Hitting it very, very deep.
It's an unusual variation in the corner.
Now he's got the ball back. We'll try to take it to the byline. Faced there by Wim Jonk. And Jonk there sticking to his task well. A throw now for Turkey.
Well, I'm sure the Turks realise, Mike, at this stage that it's much too early to start defending. They're not going to go into a defensive mode yet. I don't think you can go into a mode like that against the Netherlands for 30 minutes and win.
Abdullah there just knocking the ball back. Mark Overmars starts to warm up, so does Pierre van Hooijdonk.
Well, two men that certainly could change the outcome of a game. Certainly Van Hooijdonk in rare form coming on as a sub in these qualifiers.
They're scoring for the Netherlands regularly. Hasn't started scoring yet for Nottingham Forest. We're paying his £4.5 million transfer fee. Forest can do with his goals, of course. They're in the relegation zone in the Premier League. As this one is played long, Şükür, and the ball just bounced away there from Hakan Şükür.
Oh, he got a very unkind bounce there, Mike. Had it bounced right to him, he could have been in for number 2.
Hakan Şükür. That was his 17th international goal. This is his 36th international appearance as Aaron Winter slides that one through. Ball goes out of play. You're watching the road to World Cup 98 from European Group 7, the Ataturk Stadium here in Bursa in Turkey, where Hakan Şükür has scored in the 53rd minute. It's the home side Turkey who are leading the Netherlands by 1-0. Along with Tommy Smith, I'm Mike Hill as we come up towards the hour mark. Well, they picked this ground, Tommy, because of its intimidating atmosphere. It's very intimidating now for the Dutch.
Oh, it certainly has a good crowd noise level in it, and they're sitting on top of them, so you can see it's just unnerving the Dutch just a little bit, Mike. Maybe enough to cause them a few problems.
Here's Jaap Stam. Frank de Boer. Patrick Kluivert coming deep. Cocu. Now Newman.
Now Cocu's had a disappointing kind of an evening, Mike. He hasn't been involved at all.
And Aaron Winter, after a very bright start, also seems to have faded off the scene slightly.
Well, you wonder if they'll make the same switch where they take off Winter and bring on Overmars.
Seedorf there, and actually turning as he was just bumped by an opponent. Ball came off his heel and went through to Rüstü. Very passionate supporters here in Turkey, not only of the national team but also of the Big Four in club football. Fenerbahce, of course, this year causing a few surprises in the Champions League. Galatasaray have caused them also in the past.
Oh, Galatasaray probably changed the European Cup forever, Mike, that then when they knocked Manchester United out. Everybody decided to take a second look and it became a different competition, didn't it?
Yes, and Fenerbahce nearly knocked them out this year, of course. Remembering Fenerbahce, the first team to win a European tie at Old Trafford when they beat Manchester United 1-0. Certainly there's a feeling all around Europe as Overmars and Van Hooijdonk continue to warm up. The Turkish football very much on the up and up. Club sides are doing well. Turkey, of course, qualifying for Euro 96. And things looking up for them very much at the moment because they lead the Netherlands by 1-0. Newman plays it back. Now Frank de Boer. Koku. Here goes Wim Jonk. Seedorf trying to turn. Shot goes wide, but it took a ricochet.
Oh, the keeper was mesmerised there. For some reason, Mikey doesn't come out to cover the ball. Seedorf almost finds the empty net.
Clarence Seedorf, 21 tomorrow.
He was looking for a penalty call.
Wim Jonk to take the corner. Those two waits. Wim Jonk with the corner, flicked on at the near post by Reisiger. Rushtu takes it safely.
Well, Jeff Stam keeps coming up for those corners, Mike, but he hasn't made any contact at all.
Rushtu, who looks very solid in goal for Turkey. Still only 23 years old. Tonight, his 25th appearance. Now, here's Wim Jonk. Reisiger. This is Ronald de Boer playing that one through. Now Wim Jonk. Looking for Reisiger on the overlap. Ball goes out of play. It's a throw on the far side.
Oh, Abdullah has done so much work, and he's still working hard, Mike. You got a boot to that one.
Now Wim Jonk. Reisiger. It's going to be a corner for the Netherlands.
Guess who knocked it out?
Abdullah again. No wonder he's got a pain look. He has worked so hard in this game. Pierre van Hooijdonk is waiting to come on as this corner is taken. I'm surprised the Dutch didn't try to get it on before the corner. He is so dangerous in the air. But now they've got to have players chase him back as Turkey break quickly.
Oh, Turkey had a man open on the far side, Mike. They didn't use him.
Newman, one of the players back. Yep, Stam there, not the best of clearances. Newman got his head to it. Now Guy playing this one through, cut out there by Aaron Winter. Well, I think it's a player who's going to be taken off, in fact, to allow Van Hooijdonk to come on.
Oh, they seem to have a 7.
Now Philip Koku. Reisiger on the far side. Here goes Wim Jonk over the halfway line. Seedorf has made a run through. There's Seedorf. I think I said it was his 21st birthday tomorrow. In fact, his 21st birthday was yesterday. Ronald de Boer. Reisiger. Aaron Winter. Released out of play on the far side.
Oh, that may allow them the chance to get him on.
Pierre van Hooijdonk. Now he will come on. He's a different type of player to Winter. Winter plays in midfield. He's a player who sets things up. Van Hooijdonk, really just an old-fashioned target man, a centre forward.
Oh, and he gives them a new dimension, Mike. He gives them an air game which they don't have. You got to feel that he's going to partner Patrick Kluivert up, and Koku will drop back a little bit deeper probably to cover off.
Well, Aaron Winter comes off. Today, his 63rd appearance, 9th all-time appearance maker now for the Netherlands, tying with Willy van der Kerkhoff. He comes off, and Pierre van Hooijdonk, just his 6th appearance for the Dutch national side.
Oh, the man who did so well with Celtics now has moved on to England. And Winter can't be very happy about it, Mike. That's 2 games in a row now he's been substituted for. Though he'd lasted an awful lot longer this time than the last time.
Yes, Aaron Winter at the moment is having a few problems with his club. Inter Milan. He's had a falling out with Roy Hodgson. Not a regular in the Inter Milan side.
Oh, well, he would love to have had a couple of good games here, kind of to prove the coach at the club level wrong, but he didn't get any ammunition to fire back with.
Some activity now on the Turkish bench. The Number 13 is Hakan Ünsal, and also warming up there is the number 16, Tayfur. Just his third appearance if he does get on for Tayfur, 26 years old. Turkey certainly looking towards the future. There's a number of changes since the Euro 96. Some of the four more familiar names. Recep is no longer in calculations, nor is Arif. Kemalettin is also on the outer at the moment. Crowd in great voice. Plenty to celebrate at the moment. And Rustu, the goalkeeper, has come up with a couple of very important saves. As Hakan Suka chases this one through, just putting Van der Sar under pressure. Now Yapstam rising up. Oh, the Turkish crowd don't like this from the Dutch side of passing the ball back. I would think they'd be delighted, Tommy. I mean, they are leading.
Oh, it seems like they just want to see football. I mean, they're really giving the boo birds to the Dutch side at the moment.
Ball played through, Seedorf. Rustu got there first.
Oh, and he came off his line like a shot at him, like he needed to, because Seedorf was in all alone. Seedorf's been getting himself into good positions like that lately.
There's a lot of people feel his best position is just behind the striking pair. He's got great vision for midfield, but he's also got a very good finish, and he can see opportunities. And that time the goalkeeper got out very, very quickly. He needed to as well, because Seedorf had lost his marker.
Oh, Seedorf walked in alone on him.
Hakan Ünsal is the player who comes on, and going off is the number 11. So he goes off, and Hakan Ünsal is the player that comes on, a midfielder. So a throw on the far side. Seal is the player who has gone off, plays for Samsun Spor, just his third appearance today. As we've now got a throw on the far side for the Netherlands. Now Wim Jonk, Frank de Boer. One thing you do have to say, Tommy, is that Turkey, whenever the Dutch side start these little intricate moves, Turkey get a lot of players behind the ball. They keep their shape well.
Yeah, and they're not in the least bit intimidated, and I think that's what the crowd are trying to do, Mike, rather than get on the Dutch side. They're trying to intimidate them with all the noise, trying to throw them out of their rhythm just a little bit.
Arthur Newman plays it square.
Well, the one thing the Netherlands know, even if they lose this one, Mike, they're still in pretty good shape, so it's not the end of the world for them. But it's a great result if Turkey can hold on. It's a great result for them.
Reisinger getting away from Abdullah. Van Hooijdonk playing this one back. Seedorf. Wim Jonk plays it square. Newman. Now Kluivert playing that one back in. Koku. Newman. Nobody wants to take a shot, and in the end Newman runs it over the byline. Well, the Dutch there, Tommy, were just trying to walk it in.
Oh, they were trying to walk it in, but there's a lot of traffic in there. There's a lot of Turkish players got themselves in there, and they were causing a lot of problems. Newman trying to set it up, and he eventually just walked over the byline with it.
More great football action for you here on ESPN next Wednesday. It's the UEFA Champions League semi-final. Ajax Amsterdam against Juventus, the first leg from the Amsterdam Arena. Catch that one live right here on ESPN. That's the UEFA Champions League semi-final first leg. Here it's World Cup qualifying. Turkey leading the Netherlands by 1-0. Seedorf now for the Netherlands. Getting away from the substitute. Playing this one in. Ball gets cleared. Hooked on its way there by Tayfun.
Well, you could count all 10 of the Turkish players inside of the box there, Mike, and that ball came dropping across. I mean, they're just bringing everybody back.
Here's Wim Jonk. Frank de Boer plays it forward. Kluivert brought down. And it was the captain, Bülent.
Oh, Bülent, you're going to see, just gets tangled up with him, and Patrick Kluivert goes to go over the top of him. Bülent takes him down, comes in low on him, and ensures that he doesn't go anywhere.
Wim Jonk then with the free kick. A two-man wall. Frank de Boer is forward. Ball swinging in. And nobody made the run at the far post. They all stood and watched. And you're starting now, Tommy, to see signs of frustration from some of the Dutch players. They're starting to argue with each other, and this very much is a Dutch trait.
Well, look at this ball as it dropped inside. Nobody went for it, and everybody's pointing fingers at one another. Wim Jonk whips this one across, and it's going to take one hop. Could have been a great situation if somebody had come from the deep position, but they didn't.
And the Sars, that one bounce out of play. Edwin van der Sar, Holland's goalkeeper of the year. Playing this one out quickly. This is Frank de Boer.
Oh, miscommunication there. Nobody near the ball.
Concern on the faces of those Dutch supporters. On the road to World Cup 98 from European Group 7 from the Ataturk Stadium in Bursa. Hakan Şükür's goal in the 53rd minute has given Turkey a 1-0 lead over the Netherlands. And this could be a vital result for Turkey if they can hold on for the remaining 15 or so minutes. With Tommy Smith, I'm Mike Hill. The Netherlands coming into this game unbeaten in their World Cup qualifying. 4 matches played, 4 victories. 17 goals scored, 2 conceded. But they find themselves a goal here behind as Van Hooijdonk tried to get that one across. And now Turkey breaking. Tugay. Abdullah completely free on the far side. Still Tugay. He's run into trouble. He took too long. Frank de Boer got in there, but Abdullah there had made a great run, Tommy, and had an acre of space around him.
Oh, all he had to do was touch the ball to him and he would have walked in on the keeper, but it took much too long and Frank de Boer just dispossessed him.
Kluivert plays it wide. Ronald de Boer cuts this one back. Wim Jonk! And just a bit too high there from Wim Jonk.
Oh, Jonk was measuring that one for the top corner, Mike. He hit it off the side of his foot. Well, you see the way he lines it up. He's already inside of the box himself. He tries to hit it in just enough to get it over the keeper. He just didn't measure it properly. It goes over the top by about 6 inches. Look at this. He tries to guide it into the top.
Yeah, it started to dip as it crossed the went over the crossbar. Now Tugay. Abdullah that time losing out. Seedorf. Van Hooijdonk. Koku. Koku playing this one to the far post. Van Hooijdonk nods it down. Ronald de Boer unable to turn. Now Seedorf. Koku. No way forward. 7 white shirts were back for Turkey. And now they spring forward. Tolune, the big defender, allowed to come all the way forward. Lay back there from Şükür, and a great save from Van der Sar. Well, Tolune there, the defender who came forward.
Oh, was really well set up, and he gets a nice shot, but Van der Sar makes a good save. He didn't hit it very well, Mike. He hit it much too close to the keeper.
Now to Guy.
That could have been the icing on the cake there had they put that one away.
Well, Tulune has had a good, strong game at the back. But that time he drifted forward. Nobody policed him. Now, Kluivert. Reisiger with the cross. Roos 2 comes out.
Ronald de Boer was in the area but didn't even get close to the ball because Roos 2 beat everybody to it. He's very quick off his line.
Roos 2, Elekber, 23 years old, the goalkeeper. His 25th appearance today for Turkey. Came to 4, in fact, just before Euro 96. Now Frank de Boer gets the return from Seedorf. Wasn't the best of returns, but Seedorf now has won the ball back for the Netherlands. Kluivert. Now Koku. Frank de Boer. Wim Jonk. Now Ronald de Boer.
I mean, I don't understand this. I mean, they got Kluivert 35 yards out on the left wing. I mean, I thought his position would be in the middle, especially in a situation like this, Mike. I mean, especially if you got Van Hooijdonk in there who can nod the ball down to him.
Yes, you would think so. Patrick Kluivert, very much a very good goal sniffer now. He's back inside the penalty area. Here's Arthur Newman. Van Hooijdonk there, seen to be held. Seedorf. And now Kluivert and turning and miskicking completely. Now the shot coming in from Wim Jonk. And that wasn't too far wide.
Oh, Patrick Kluivert gets the opportunity before that, Mike, and doesn't get anything on the ball. And Wim Jonk come up from the end. Overmars is coming on for Holland.
Well, there is going to be a substitution for Turkey.
Oh, you're going to see what Wim Jonk does here. Look at that. Just wide of the post. The keeper was beaten, and the defender in front of him, Ugun, just couldn't get a touch on it either.
Tugay is the player who is going off. Tay4 is the player who's coming on. Just his 3rd appearance. And Mark Overmars is coming on now for Holland. Reisiger has gone off, so a defender goes off, an attacker comes on. That's got to tell you something, Tommy.
Well, it certainly means that Holland are going to pull out all the stops, Mike. I mean, is Overmars going to play over on that right-hand side, maybe try to track back as well as being a defender?
Well, Mark Overmars plays on the left-hand side for his club Ajax. Played on the weekend on the right-hand side for the Netherlands.
Well, that's where he's been slotted in again, Mike.
Kluivert. Now Ronald de Boer. Van Hooijdonk. And a ball just bounced away there from Patrick Kluivert.
Oh, Van Hooijdonk hit it much too hard. You've got to have a soft touch in there. I don't think he has the best feet in the world for guiding the ball around. Brilliant in the air, Mike, but I think his footwork still has to have a little work done on it.
It's really, one would have to say, he is a typical centre-forward.
Oh, he's big and strong, certainly.
UEFA Champions League, Borussia Dortmund against Manchester United, the second of our semi-finals from the first leg of the Champions League. You'll be able to see that game on Wednesday, immediately following our live coverage of the game between Ajax Amsterdam and Juventus. That's the UEFA Champions League next Wednesday right here on ESPN. A throw now to the Netherlands on the far side. Less than 9 minutes to go. Turkey's best result was a draw here in Turkey in 1959. They drew 0-0. Turkey did win in Holland in 1958. They were in friendly matches. In World Cup qualifiers, it's been 2 wins out of 2 for the Dutch. But they're behind by a goal here.
Oh, they're starting to condense the field now in typical Netherlands style, Mike. But Turkey getting a lot of players back behind the ball.
Good intercept there by Frank de Boer, the captain. Now Patrick Kluivert playing this one across. A lazy ball across, in fact. Easily cut out. Seedorf playing it wide. Overmars had in fact come infield. Now Overmars running at the defence. Two defenders converge to stop him. Seedorf. Van Hooijdonk plays it back. Koku's shot is charged down. Newman floating this one in. Rustu takes it comfortably.
Oh, the ball was inside, but Rustu, he's been very busy, very alert in that goal line.
Yes, he's a goalkeeper that breeds a lot of confidence in the defenders around him. A long clearance, but it means that Frank de Boer can start the attack from the back for the Dutch.
Looks like the Turkish bench is going to bring on another player, Mike.
Now Koku. Newman. Ronald de Boer. Now Frank de Boer. Ronald de Boer picks out Wim Jonk. Overmars has started to drift in, and Wim Jonk looks up there because there was a lot of space on the far side, but Overmars was so far in.
There was nobody outside at all. I mean, that's where they should have had the position, because they have enough of men in the middle now, because Patrick Kluivert has gone down in the middle and Van Hooijdonk is in there. What they need now is the supply of the ball dropping across.
Abdullah all the way back from the halfway line. Rustu.
Oh, for my money, he's one of the best players that on either side, Mike. Abdullah played a brilliant game.
Well, to be honest, Tommy, every time we've covered Turkey, he's always looked very impressive, and I'm surprised that there's not been a concentrated effort by some of the Western European clubs to sign him.
Yeah, and I mean, he is so strong. I mean, he would suit playing in a lot of countries. I mean, he has the skill level and he has the strength, and he doesn't step back from anybody.
Still only 25 years old, so there's still plenty of time yet. Yep, Stam. Frank de Boer. Koku. Now, was there a pull on Van Hooijdonk? Oh, the referee has given out the yellow card, but where's he giving the free kick? Or is he giving it as a penalty?
Well, he's certainly going to give out the yellow card. Let's see where he's going to call it. Must be inside.
Well,
we're going to see again. Let's check it out. The ball is moved inside. Contact is definitely inside of the box. If he gives a yellow card, he's got to give a penalty kick. I mean, there is no other choice in there, Mike. That's it.
Well, it is a penalty. And a chance now for Clarence Seedorf, who's going to step forward. 21 yesterday. And now with an opportunity of tying this all up. The yellow card, I think, has gone to the number 2. That's Ilka. Or is it number 5? Number 5, Alpay. Here's Seedorf. He's put it over. A let-off for Turkey. And a disaster for Clarence Seedorf. He can't believe it.
Oh, the crowd love it. Seedorf just comes up underneath it. He's not even close. I remember him missing one in Euro 96. I'm not sure who it was against, but he hit it something similar to that. Just comes up underneath it. And he doesn't hit this one well at all, Mike. It just takes off on him.
Well, Clarence Seedorf, 21 yesterday. There's confirmation that Alpay got the yellow card, but the penalty missed by Clarence Seedorf.
Well, that's definitely a point gone down the drain if they lose now, because they should have tied it on that.
Well, a poorly taken penalty after Pierre Van Hooijdonk had been pulled down inside the penalty area. Philip Koku that time with the header.
Oh, it was a kind of a dubious call, Mike. I'm not sure. Here's Koku rising to this one. gets there in front of everybody and powers it over the top. Typhoon trying to get in on top of him, but
we're going to get another substitution for Turkey. The player waiting to come on is Oguz. 64th international appearance if he comes on. Player brought on purely, I'm sure, for the experience. Mustafa Denizli, the coach, can hardly contain himself at the moment.
Oh, the flags are waving here. They're very passionate, Mike, about this.
Well, Oguz is going to come on. I'm trying to work out who Turkey are going to take off. Nobody wants to go off Tommy at the moment, and you can understand why.
If they can get away with it, they won't take anybody off. Abdullah's coming off, Mike, which is... It's just a case of him running himself into the ground. He's tired out a little bit.
Well, he's had an outstanding game, but they've brought on a player now with so much experience. Oguz, his 64th international appearances as Van Hooijdonk, wins that challenge in the air. "90 seconds left, plus any time to be added on for stoppages." The Netherlands coming into this game unbeaten in World Cup qualifying, finding themselves now a goal behind. And this was the goal scorer, Hakan Şükür.
Oh, it's such a long time ago, but he took it so well, Mike.
He certainly did. It's his third goal in World Cup qualifying. Inside the final minute, Arthur Newman with the throw. Frank de Boer. Now Vignon. Now Ronald de Boer. Ball nodded back. Rustu can't keep it in. It's going to be a corner, surely. Rustu can argue the point.
Oh, the ball was out over the line. You could see the line, Mike, this side of the ball.
And Rustu, in fact, has got a yellow card. Or was it Bülent? I thought the referee initially went for the yellow card for the goalkeeper for throwing the ball away, but it might have gone for Bülent for something that he said.
That's a lot of yellow cards.
Netherlands have a corner.
Oh, there's a bit of an altercation inside of the box. Cards are out again, Mike.
And of course these can prove to be quite a nuisance value as they start to mount up as qualification continues. Certainly there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on at the moment. Van Hooijdonk is being manhandled there by Alpe, who's got to be careful. He's already been booked. Ball played wide. Ronald de Boer. And just going back to that penalty miss, Tommy, you have to wonder why Seedorf was allowed to take it when you've got Frank and Ronald de Boer and Vignon who regularly take penalties for their clubs.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
And it could have there been completely immaterial because the Netherlands there nearly conceded a second goal. They were outnumbered as Turkey came forward quickly. Van der Sar was relieved to see the shot go wide. Is there time? Over a minute of stoppage time has been played. Van Hooijdonk there trying to nod that one down. And Kluivert also going for it. Kluivert's been penalised. All eyes now on Manuel Díaz Vega from Spain.
Look at that shot. It just whistled wide. Van der Sar never reacted to it, Mike.
No. He just stood and watched. Hakan Şükür has scored the only goal. It came in the 53rd minute. It's the goal that separates these two teams. A game that has seen 4 yellow cards. As we come up towards 2 minutes of stoppage time, Van der Sar trying to urge the Dutch forward. Surely now only seconds away from losing their 100% qualification record, or are they? Kluivert, Rustu takes that one comfortably. Referee has checked his watch. There is the final whistle. It's all over. The Netherlands have been beaten for the first time in World Cup qualifying on the road to France 98. And Turkey, with that victory, are now very much in the reckoning in this European Group 7. Clarence Seedorf's penalty miss could prove to be crucial. It was in this game. It finished. Turkey 1, the Netherlands 0. More when we return on the road to